Oh boy, can I not wait to talk about this one and the next one as well. But what is going on, guys? This is the Club of Demand 1993 coming to you for episode number 112 of WWE Turn Alert as we now go back to August 12th, 2019, the night after SummerSlam 2019. Natalya was in the ring cutting a promo about her tough loss in her pretty great submission match she had with Becky Lynch the night before at SummerSlam. All of a sudden, after 4 long months, we hear the whole "It's boss time" again because Sasha Banks made her long-awaited return since the last time we had seen Sasha was WrestleMania 35 when her and Bayley dropped the SmackDown tag titles, the women's tag titles to the Iconics. Iconic! And she came out, still in her purple hair and whatnot, comes over and gives Natty a hug, basically telling her, your dad would be proud of you. He is very proud of you up there. So she basically goes for a microphone. All of a sudden, BAM! Punches Natty in the face. The long-awaited heel turn we've been wanting from Sasha Banks finally happened, and she just ripped off her purple hair to reveal her new blue hair. Of course, like a day or two before, there was a picture of Sasha posted on Instagram that she posted herself of her with blonde hair. So at first we're thinking, because the whole trend of the blonde hair, the blue eyes, big ones right there, are saying that, they're the only ones that are going to get over, they're going to get the spotlight in the women's division, which is why, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, Lacey Evans, who I all say, are getting the spotlight because of that blonde hair and whatnot. Well, Sasha Banks came out with blue hair, and she had a vicious assault on Natalya. Becky Lynch came out to try to save her, but it was no use. Sasha beat her down as well in a very vicious assault with the long-awaited heel turn we've been waiting to see from Sasha Banks for a long time. Like this, the earliest this heel turn should have happened was around WrestleMania 33. Whenever they were building towards that fatal 4 elimination between Charlotte, Nia, Bayley, and Sasha, I'm like, this is where the turn needs to happen. The long-awaited turn had to happen. Instead, they dragged it out. They basically dragged Sasha and Bayley into this. They were trying to do a repeat of Team Hell No storyline, leads them to win the tag titles at SummerSlam in 2018. Unfortunately, Vince hated the belts, so put that feud on hold, but kept dragging it out, having constant matches with the freaking Riot Squad in 2018, which freaking drove me nuts. And then, of course, Sasha basically, in her Chronicle thing, basically kind of hit rock bottom. And basically, needed to, refine herself, which is why she took 4 months off. Comes back night after SummerSlam, turns heel. Of course, first week go by, they try to get answers out of her. All she wanted to talk about was her blue hair. And it ended with her basically looking into the camera and going, "You're welcome." And getting up and walking away, which I love. That's probably honestly, besides, the 2 pay-per-view matches she's had against Becky Lynch, probably my next favorite thing that Sasha Banks has done since returning. She then, like a week later after that, cuts a promo about how she was gone for 4 months, how she was, just cut down to just a tag title match that she claimed she didn't care about at all at WrestleMania 35. And yes, she was upset. She admitted that. Yes, she was in the locker room crying on the floor. She threw a fit. She did all of that and she went home. Until she was ready to come back and be the center of attention and be the main, the pivotal point for the women's division as she feels that she should be. Of course, she has gone on to kind of form a little bit of a heel faction with Bayley, which we'll talk about that in the next Turn Alert. But the thing is this whole idea I felt was for Sasha to kind of play on Bayley and kind of let Bayley under Sasha's heelish spell. To me, think about it, Sasha has not won a pay-per-view match since she's been back. There was a count, I believe it was, at Clash of Champions. She put on a very great match of the year candidate Hell in a Cell match against Becky Lynch at Hell in a Cell. But then she moved over to SmackDown. And ever since she's moved to SmackDown, she's not done really anything at all whatsoever. She actually took some time off away. So kind of like, playing that role of being like this very powerful woman who's supposed to be like, pointing like that dark cloud over Bayley and whatnot, hasn't really worked out. To me, I feel like she's kind of taken more of a back seat to Bayley, I felt. And Bayley's been the one overpowering. And obviously with WrestleMania coming up, the match they gotta go with is Sasha Banks and Bayley. The question is, who do you turn face? One of the two is going to have to turn babyface, and I still think it should be Bayley, because even though we'll talk about Bayley's heel run next, but I still feel like Sasha Banks is more meant to be a heel over Bayley. I felt it's just been a little bit disappointing to me. I mean, like this is what Sasha's needed for a while. She's needed a heel run. I mean, as a babyface, she was able to pull it off for a decent amount of time, but there's not as much mileage in her as there is for a heel. Like whenever she's cut some of like her best promos, the ones with her putting the most passion into them, to me, that's literally Sasha at her best. And whenever she has her best promos, they come off more with the heel tactics. So I think Sasha should be a heel. But I've been a little disappointed with the run that she has had so far since turning heel when she returned the night after SummerSlam last summer. But that's my thoughts on Sasha Banks turning heel. What are your guys' thoughts on Sasha Banks' heel run since returning last summer? Please leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And as always, be sure to slap a like on my video, subscribe for content on my channel, follow me on Twitter at DemandAirborne93, and as always, guys, please stay tuned for more WWE Turn Alert.